So initially, you wanted to set the Thieves of Ostia in Pompeii. So why did you decide on Ostia? Because I've never heard of Ostia before your book.
Everyone's heard of Pompeii because, the mountain called Vesuvius was actually a volcano and erupted and destroyed it. And when my sister said, write a book for kids set in Pompeii, I immediately thought, yes, my girl detective would live in Pompeii. But then I thought, no, wait, if she lives in Pompeii, I've got to have her witness the eruption and then her house will be destroyed. So I know I'll have her live in Rome and she can visit Pompeii and run home real fast when the volcano erupts. And then I thought, no, not Rome, but Ostia, the seaport of Rome, which is a place I once visited when I was 16 years old for just an afternoon, but never forgot it. And it's the most magical ruins, in my opinion, in the world. I love it. Her dad can be a sea captain. She can sail all over the Roman Empire. And also Ostia is smaller, so we can kind of get an idea of the people who lived there.
What is it about the Romans that really sort of inspires you to want to write stories about them?
Oh, well, that's great. Well, I mean, Romans, they've got chariot races, gladiatorial combats, mad emperors, beautiful slave girls, exploding volcanoes. But the thing that really captures my imagination is daily life. What would it have been like for me and you, Izzy, if we lived in ancient Rome? How were they like us?
Dead. We'd be dead. We're so old.
How would, yeah, at our ages, we'd be dead.
Loads of babies, loads of them.
Oh, yeah, that fever I had back when I was 13 probably would have taken me, How are they like us and how are they different? There's this tension. They were like us in so many ways.
In what ways were they not like us versus like us?
Well, I think one of the ways they weren't like us is all the things they didn't have, the poor Romans, like they didn't have electricity or cars or tomatoes or chocolate.
Tomatoes, of course, because they're from the New World, aren't they?
I know.
Was this time you think of like Italians eating pasta with tomato sauce?
And pizza, no pizza.
No pizza.
No pizza. And they didn't have underpants, most of them. They didn't. The most amazing thing is they didn't have pockets. I could not live without pockets. They had something like a little belt pouch that they tied around their waist on a belt on their tunic. How do you live without pockets? Why didn't anyone invent pockets? I don't know.
For a second when you said that, I thought they'd be all around walking in catsuits. But no, you're right. They wouldn't have had... Imagine not inventing a pocket. I mean, where did you keep your house keys? They didn't have house keys, did they?
They did have house keys. There were big things too. Big things. You'd wear them on a belt around your waist, probably.
So a really good idea of maybe thinking about where you want to set your stories, to pick a historic time. And instead of focusing on just what you can see and hear, focus on other things as well. Focus on what you don't have. How do you get around these simple tasks? Like, you don't have to put on your underpants, so you don't have an underwear drawer. So where do you keep all your knickknacks? Imagine not only what it looks and feels like, but imagine what it tastes like and what it smells like. So why don't you write a short description of waking up in the morning in a completely different time and place? Try and make it as real as possible by doing your research and seeing what's different and how it makes you feel.